let's start with the one that I have a little bit more to talk about, which is Bengals Chiefs. Because these two teams actually played each other this year, whereas the Niners and Eagles did not play each other this year. We have a few things to look at here. Here's this head-to-head record page. Let me adjust myself a little bit here. Okay. So, in 2022, the Chiefs and Bengals played each other. Well, this would be last season, actually. Yeah. This would be last season, excuse me. So they just played this December game this season. And the Chiefs lost 27-24 against the Cincinnati Bengals. Also, as I'm sure you've heard across any sports talk show, whatever, that Joe Burrow is undefeated against Patrick Mahomes. In their three matchups, Joe Burrow is 3-0 against Patrick Mahomes. Now, obviously, another issue is the Patrick Mahomes injury. He had that high ankle sprain last week. Took him out of the game for a little bit. He ended up coming back and finishing that game. But he was visibly hobbled. He was playing a bit slow. And he never left the pocket to pass. He wasn't scrambling. He wasn't doing whatever. Because obviously he had an ankle injury. And they're assuming Patrick Mahomes will be playing this game. He'll be playing against the Bengals. I feel like that leg will be bothering him even more now that the adrenaline's worn off. That sort of thing. Like, he's still gonna have his arm, but if he can't scramble, if he can't comfortably leave the pocket, if he can't get anything done with his legs, you know, some of that dual threat ability is gone. So I do think that Patrick Mahomes will be a bit limited in this game if he does play, which it seems like he will. And I think that that Bengals defense is going to be able to get hands on him and make him uncomfortable. And I don't know how he's going to respond to that, nursing an injury. And like I said, history is on Burrow's side, 3-0 against the Mahomes-led Chiefs. But then you can also say, well, the Chiefs are overdue to beat him, which, yes, that's true. People were saying the same thing about Trevor Lawrence not losing on Saturdays, right? Like, it's just kind of a fun story, but doesn't actually mean anything. But I think that the injury is definitely going to be a factor here. Let's look at the odds for this game. The sportsbook, the Vegas odds have these teams just about even. 1.5 favorite there, minus 1.5, 1 point favorite, 1 point favorite. So as you can see, these teams are super close. Like a 1 point favorite winning by 1 is nothing. 538, you might know them. They do a lot of election prediction stuff. They have the Chiefs as a 2.5 point favorite here, the 3 point favorite here. 58% win probability, 42% win probability. But we know how good they are or are not at predicting elections. This is a tough one. This is really hard. If Patrick Mahomes was not injured, I would not be struggling with this, but he is, and that's going to be a storyline in this game, and I think the Bengals will be able to capitalize capitalize on that. So I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to win the AFC Conference Championship. Now, Niners, Eagles. This is tougher for me because obviously the Niners have won 2 games now. But the Seahawks were right there in it with them, and the Cowboys were right there in it with them, and the Eagles blew out the Giants. And I feel like the Niners, although they have won, they have struggled against their opponents. That first half against the Cowboys, it felt like really the Cowboys kind of beat themselves in that game because there was a lot of times it felt like the Niners were giving the Eagles the ball. The Niners basically asking, or not the Eagles, the Cowboys. The Niners were basically asking the Cowboys to win, and they just didn't do it. Sportsbook has the Eagles as a 2.5-point favorite, so another really close one, but less of a favorite than this game. This game's supposed to be way closer. Eagles slightly higher favorite. 538 as the Eagles is a 2.5-point favorite, 59% chance to win. The Eagles have the best defense that the Niners have faced so far, but I think the inverse can be said as well. The Niners have the best defense the Eagles have faced so far, right? And these teams didn't face each other in the regular season, so they're just going off game film here. I was nervous last week that the Eagles would have lost a bit of a step, mainly Jalen Hurts, because only playing his one game after injury and then resting again because they had the bye in the playoffs. And he looked okay last round, but again, like I said in my review, Jalen Hurts really wasn't asked to do too much against the Giants. It felt like he was kind of just chilling a lot of this game, or that game rather. And I still think, I know at this point it's like a moot point, but I still feel like Purdy is playing outside of his station. Maybe at some point we'll stop thinking this, because a lot of analysts are saying this, at some point he has to slow down, right? But it feels like he's winning because of the offense that's been built on the Niners, and not because of his own ability, if you understand what I'm saying. It's not like he's elevating the team, it's the team is elevating him. I think the Eagles are the deepest team in the NFL. I think they have talent at every position. But I think the Niners are better than them in certain positions. Certainly, Christian McCaffrey's going to be an X factor here, but we saw the Cowboys shut him down last week. Cowboys shut him down, and it just wasn't enough because the Cowboys' offense was bad. But if the Eagles can shut down McCaffrey, if they can figure out a way to shut down Kittle, which the Cowboys couldn't do, I don't know. This is a tough one. I think I'm gonna go Eagles here. I think these are both gonna be close games, but I think if I was placing a bet, if I had money on the line, which I don't do, by the way, I don't really like sports betting. If I had money on the line, I would say this is what I think happens. Bengals come out of the AFC, Eagles come out of the NFC, and we set up a Bengals versus Eagles Super Bowl, which obviously I'll predict at a later date, but yes, I picked against I didn't pick against the Niners in the first round. I picked against them once and they proved me wrong, but we'll see what happens. I've gotten at least one wrong every week, so history tells me that I'll get at least one wrong this week, and I've feel like I'm not super confident either of these. Like, I was 100% sure the Chiefs would beat the Jags. I was 100% sure the Bengals would beat the Bills. Like, I wasn't, too upset about that, but these ones I'm a little shaky on, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, sorry for the short video. It's just that there's only 2 games, so there's only so much I can say about them here. I appreciate you watching, though, all these prediction videos. Let me know what you guys think's gonna happen in these conference games in the comments down below. I go through once a week or so and respond to all the comments I get, so I'll get to those. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this almost every single day. Till next time, guys. Bye bye.